Looking at the two journal entries we just read, what do you glean from what Ruby Franke is writing here?
Well, I think Ruby really had a profound distortion, and I'd be really curious to know about her own history. I don't know if she was part of a religious cult or whether she has some kind of religious delusional system going on. But this woman really believed that her kids were evil and that what she was doing made sense to her. She described herself as a good girl, somebody who follows the word, and did not see there's a complete disconnect between her actions and the horror she inflicted on her children and herself. There's just a disconnect. So I don't know if she was brainwashed by a cult or really sees herself as this religious martyr in many ways.
Right. Dr. Robi, I love so many things you said there. The brainwashing. I mean, when we see her sitting there in that police interrogation room, she looks kind of like she's been brainwashed. She sits there and she stares. It's a very different affect than what we see when she's on her YouTube channel and loving life and talking all about her family. Dr. Robi, I want to go back to you, please, talking about what this has done to these children mentally. I have a couple more journal entries I'd like to show you now, please. This is where Ruby Franke is saying, I cut off more of E's head, her daughter. We doused her with water in the dog wash. E said she wanted to run away. Jody told E she has no idea what is waiting for her. When that little girl was found in that closet, police initially thought she was a boy because her head was shaved. She had kind of like a buzz cut, they described it. And then Ruby Franke writes, these selfish children who desire only to take, like, and attack have zero understanding of God's love for them. Dr. Robi, what has she done to her children mentally?
Oh, these poor children. This will be a lifetime of treatment and horror, and hopefully they get the right intervention. But basically, they were raised by the devil mother, right? A mother who got her maternal instructions from, in her mind, the devil. And, you know, I can't even imagine. These children are supposed to be able to trust their mother. And instead, they had a mother who was basically killing them. And so they are going to have to, first of all, get physically healthy and begin to talk about living this nightmare. I only hope that they can find a loving home and that the treatments that we have now will get more sophisticated so that they can come out the other side having the opportunity to live a life that is sane and gain some normalcy.
Right, Dr. Robi. Dr. Robi, on that point, are you confident that if these children are provided with the proper counseling and mental health services, can they grow up to live happy, healthy lives?
You know, there's always hope. I think if they get the right love and if they're able and given permission to work through everything that they've experienced, this will always be a part of the fabric of their psyche. But there's always a possibility to use their experience to live a healthier, happier, more sane life. It will require a lot of prayers and good interventions, but I'm a firm believer in the psyche being able to heal itself with the right interventions.
Oh, Dr. Robi, that's really encouraging. I know people around the world are wanting that for these children, for them to heal and be safe and be loved for the rest of their lives. We've got to leave it there for now, but great discussion with you both. Dr. Robi Ludwig, Professor Joseph Scott Morgan, thank you both kindly for your expertise today.